Happy Friday, Flosstube. I am Sharon, and I'm here today with Lucy. Several of you have asked about Lucy, and I have not filmed her lately because she's always been napping when I did my video, but she is not napping right now. She has been at the front window barking at unseen prey. I have no idea what she was barking at. She just got a haircut this week. You would not have known her. She had long hair, but the heat here has been pretty rough. So we decided it was time to let her have a summer haircut. And she seems much happier with her short hair for the summer. It will probably be nap time again soon, so I'll put her down. You know, in this video, I can see her little gray snout. Bless her heart. She'll be turning 11 in the fall, or will it be 12? I'll have to ask my daughter, who had shared her with me years ago. Anyway, definitely an old lady, but a frisky one. She boarded or stayed with our dog sitter, who has become a good friend, and made friends with a new dog that our dog sitter acquired, a little Yorkie mix, and they had so much fun. Apparently they ran and played, so that was great. Hope all is well with you. Let me put her down and we'll talk about stitching. Okay, people, I'm sorry. I'm getting a message from our son about him bringing our granddaughter down. Okay, we got that. This is an important message. So she'll be here around 2. I have not as much stitching as I would like to have, but I do have some fun things to share with you today. So I hope you are comfortable, maybe stitching on something you need to put some stitches in. And I hope you're looking for a good, relaxing weekend. We are in the middle of our busy midsummer, enjoy the grandchildren time. We loved our trip to North Carolina for visiting those grandchildren, but had some very unpleasant air travel on the way back, delay after delay after delay. We could have literally driven from North Carolina to Texas in the amount of time we spent either in one airport or the other, or on the plane, or deplaning and getting back on the plane. Guys, I'm beginning to think air travel is not what it used to be, but thank goodness we made it safely home. And the visit was well worth the drama of trying to get home. We will have this very special 7-year-old granddaughter for the next week, and that will be wonderful. So busy summer, but every minute treasured with the special loved ones. So what I'd like to show is what I have been working on, and then a few things I ventured into, an exploration, and then a fun gift from my son-in-law, who has a new 3D printer. So hopefully we can enjoy this together. The first thing I'm trying to put in about 30 minutes a day working on is my needlepoint from Liberty of London. Well, it's from Primavera. It is the storefront of Liberty of London. And I'm a slow poke on this because it is on this big canvas. Actually, it's on stretcher bars. So I use my Lowry stand to try to hold it while my arms try to reach to get the stitches done. So the only addition I can show you is the black over here, but I'm hoping to keep plugging away a strand or two a day if possible, and then fill in the white and the gray as I go along. It's a beautiful piece, and I cannot wait to have it finished, but as you can see, it's going to be slow going, and that is mostly because of the fact that it's needlepoint on such a big canvas stretcher bar situation. My arms just get really tired. But oh my goodness, I would love to see this one finished because I have 2 more needle points that I would love to start. But none of that is happening until this one is farther along. I had said until it was finished, but that may not happen. Then on my trip, I was looking before I left for something that would be easy to work on in the airport and on the plane. And since this is on, I believe it's 28 count even weave, I pulled out the Bucilla kit, which is an American sampler that is now at the Smithsonian. And if you've been with me for a long time, you know that I struggled with this piece because I never was happy with the fabric. But guys, it struck me when I pulled it back out to take with me on the trip that this fabric is fine, and I've done so much work on this, I don't want to start over. And I love the colors. So as you look at it, remember that I have gone back and forth about trying to tea-dye the fabric or start over on linen, or so many options, even using the aging spray, whatever, antiquing spray, which I guess I could still do, but I am enjoying working on it. So I'm going to show you where I am, and then I'll hold up the whole piece. So I'm working at the top. This will be the beginning of the top border, and this is what I worked on the trip, and a little bit more, which I'll show you. But this is the whole piece. There we are. I mean, that's just too much to not use. And this is the fabric that came in the kit. So I'm working as I can on different sections. The bottom is finished, except of course this part of the tree here needs to match this. And then the tree will go right here. I need to finish this verse, and then this is the personalization here. But you can see we have an alphabet here. There will be more up here. Just love the colors. Those blues with the gold. So it is called Esther Copp, C-O-P-P. It is an old Bucilla kit, but it traveled really well, and I got some good progress on it. So I'm going to keep that up and hope that someday soon that might be a finish, and then we can decide if we want to try to antique it or leave it alone and just enjoy it. I'm trying not to be so over analytical about projects. Maybe that will help me. Okay, I also took with me, because it's so portable, an adorable bookmark kit that we acquired in the UK. And my husband wants this one. It is 3 adorable Highland Coos. So I had worked on this on another trip and then just put it away. So I pulled it out and worked on it in the airport and on the plane, especially during our long delay coming home. And 1 Highland Coo is finished. This is by... who made this? I'm sorry. That would help you, wouldn't it? Textile Heritage, which is a company in Scotland. I've done some of their other things. So excuse the needle, but here is that first little Highland Coo. You know, I think I'm going to be better off just holding it for you. Let me do this. Isn't he adorable? So each little cow's face will be different, and you can see they've put in the little thistles. I hope our lighting will allow you to see that. So 2 more, which I'm hoping to start maybe this weekend, the one in the middle. And then I've made these bookmarks from Textile Heritage before, so I think I'll be able to put it together for him. And whether he'll use it in a book or find a place to display it in his little study, we'll see. But Textile Heritage Highland Coos. So 2 portable, travel-friendly pieces. Then, I don't remember what you saw on this one, the last video, but this is my Rosewood Manor, Blue Rhapsody. And I had finished page 1. And now I have finished page 2. And I'm not sure where that cuts off. But this is such a beautiful, beautiful piece. So there is the finish of 2 pages. There are 2 DMC colors that I'm using, and this is on white. I believe it's 32 count linen. Zweigart. Just need to keep working on this. It's such a beautiful piece. So I plan to move on over and finish this before I go down. Finish the alphabet and this border here. As I always say, I love Rosewood Manor. Such beautiful, beautiful designs. Then that's it for stitching, but I got the bug to dye some fabric to put as a new start, this amazing pollinator sampler by Mud Puppy Stitchery that I actually won in a giveaway from Bethany Rutta or Bethany Bird Stitcher. Bethany, I'm still so excited. So I messaged back and forth to my friend Mary Cat Stitches, because she dyes fabric. This lady knows what she's doing. And she gave me some suggestions. And so I took the plunge, bought a bottle of Rit dye. And I wish I had brought the bottle to you, but I believe it's Evening Blue. If you need to know, I'll look that up for you and message me about that. Guys, this is the fabric that I want to use for the pollinator sampler, so I'll hold it up first. It is an Ada from a box store, but this is pretty true to color. And I want to say, what is that count? Maybe a 16 count Ada. There's a little bit of modeling. And of course, that just happened because I'm no expert at this, but it really wasn't a difficult process. But then I pulled out some fabric that I had in my stash just to see what happened. And guys, every different fabric is a different color blue. It amazes me. This one is a 14 count Ada. And look at that. Very light. Then we have this. This is another even weave, and I don't know how I feel about this because the modeling is quite obvious. Mary, you may tell me I did something wrong, but I think I can put a project on it where that modeling won't bother me. That is a little tiny, probably 28 count even weave. And then this beats all. This is a big piece, and it had been an ivory color of 28 count, or 28 count even weave. I am just amazed at 4 different colors of blue out of one die that's the same. Here are the 3 smaller pieces. Let me try to look at that. And then here is the darkest one. Crazy. But it was fun. I see why people enjoy experimenting with this. And I followed the directions to wash it after, and it's been dried and pressed a little bit. I will definitely have to do some more pressing. But hopefully my pollinator sampler will go nicely on that biggest piece. And I'm doing it on the 18 count Ada because there's so much detail. I'm hoping it'll make it easier to do those color changes. We shall see whether that becomes a new start or not. And I'm not sure if I showed you this or not, but my sweet daughter found this at a shop that she loves in Fort Worth, Texas. It is not a stitching shop. It is just an art studio and shop. But guys, it's called a Notions binder. I may have shown you the binder, but I have gotten every color for the pollinator sampler from my stash into the binder. I am just loving this all of these, most of them were already on bobbins, but how convenient will this be? She had no idea what I was going to use it for, although she figured it would be floss. I cannot wait because this is so portable. I should be able to take that with me to work on the pollinator sampler. And then while we were in North Carolina, my son-in-law has a new 3D printer that is becoming a hobby for him. And I told him I wanted some floss drops. Look at these adorable floss drops. Now, I want to show them to you loaded with floss, but I have not had time to put any floss on here except maybe one. Maybe there's one. Did I put one in here? But it's perfect. Well, no, I didn't put it in here yet. He's going to be making some more, and at some point, he may do an Etsy shop. So I would love to be his spokeswoman to show you these wonderful floss drops. They're white because I asked for white so that we could put the color on it. And then I looked for medium-sized rings, and my Hobby Lobby only had the large ones. I feel like Staples, and I know Amazon will have something in between because this is only 5 floss drops. I have 6 total. So I may use these, but I will be looking for the medium rings. I don't know what he will end up doing if he decides to do an Etsy shop. But what fun. And I do have a project I want to kit up using these. When he is able, I may beg, borrow, or steal about 10 more for that project. I'll have to count the colors. You know what? I don't think I brought that project in to show you. It is my one piece of haul. Well, we'll talk about it next time. You never want for haul when you see me, I know. Then the last fun bit of stitchy kindness, which is actually literary kindness. My friend Nicole, Buckeye Stitcher, has been such a sweet correspondent, and she surprises me with books that she has enjoyed. Well, this time I got this beautiful postcard of minerals. Love it. And this is the book she sent me a long way from Chicago. It is a Newbery Honor book. It is by Richard Peck. And I've read 2 chapters. Each one is a little short story. And you just have to be prepared to laugh. Too much, just hilarity. And on the back it says, a rollicking celebration of an eccentric grandmother and childhood memories, which is exactly right. The young man Joey and his sister Mary Alice go to spend part of their summer with this eccentric grandma, and it tells of her adventures and their adventures with her. So I am thoroughly enjoying this. I believe it took place during the Great Depression, 1930s, but I'm sure it is fiction, I imagine. Yes, it is not. It is definitely fiction. That is so fun. So Nicole, thank you for making me laugh. And I will probably share this book with those close to me who need a good laugh as well. So I'm about an 1/8 of the way through. I'm only reading 1 chapter every day or so because I'm spreading out the humor. Perfect, I think, for young people since it's Newbery Honor. It's actually also a National Book Award finalist, which is amazing. So if you need a good laugh and a little bit of a slice of life in the 1930s, this will be your book. Guys, this is an unusual video for me. I haven't had a lot of stitching, but I had to get on to say hello as we get to the end of July. This is actually the 24th. I cannot believe it. And I wanted you to see kind of what I've been doing, but also my little adventure with fabric dyeing and my fun toys that were kindly gifted to me from family. Know that I send love and wishes for your stitching to go beautifully, no frogs, and I hope to be back soon. We do have a piece at the framer. You know I'll be back to see you to show that off and hopefully have some more stitching to show. Take care. Enjoy every stitch. See you soon. Bye-bye.